Hey guys, I'm Mark, and this evening I wanted to take a moment to show you how we protect our blueberry bushes here at the farm. It's that time of year where these blueberries are just about to start ripening up. So what I want to do is protect these from the birds, because as soon as they start to turn blue, the birds are going to become keen to their presence, and they're just going to hit these hard. Same thing with Japanese beetles. We have a really big problem with Japanese beetles here some summers, and the Japanese beetles like to annihilate them also. They'll eat the berries and they'll also attack the leaves of the plant. So we have a really pretty clever solution to both of those pests. It's two birds with one stone, haha. We cover these plants over, but we don't cover them with bird netting like you would think. A lot of people like to use this. We don't like to use it. I don't like to use it for several reasons. Number one, if you wrap this plant in bird netting, the birds can get their beaks straight through the little holes here. So it really doesn't do a whole lot of good. I mean, it might keep the interior of the bush protected, but you're still gonna have all these berries on the outside that are gonna have nice little chunks taken out of them. Plus, the Japanese beetles can get right through this. And then also, the birds can actually get stuck in this. They're going to be really attracted to the berries that are inside, and they're going to try to land on this, and they're going to swarm about, and they're going to get caught. So we don't really like to use this. What we found is a much better alternative is bridal veil. This is actual bridal veil. It's what they make wedding dresses out of. It's another name for it is called tulle, Tulle, and you can find this online for really cheap, actually. It's like very cheap. You can get a bolt of this, which is, I think it's 54 inches by 120 feet. 54 inches by 120 feet costs less than 20 bucks. So you can get quite a lot for cheap, and it does last a couple seasons or a few seasons. You can see the difference in color. This was this color last year. This is brand new stuff here, but you can see this is faded with last year's sun, but it's still really, really good. Eventually the sun will sort of break it down and it'll get holes in it, but until that happens, it's really, really nice stuff. And it's lightweight, and it's really easy to cover the bush with because it doesn't get snagged on the leaves as easily as the bird netting would. These bushes have been in the ground for about 5 years now, and they're really starting to shape up. Eventually they're going to get maybe about 7 or 8 feet tall. We have a neighbor that's a farmer that has a huge patch of blueberries that we kind of try to resemble their blueberry patch, if you will, by the style of how we planted. And their blueberry bushes are monstrous. I think once they get to that size, then you're going to have to take a little bit of a different approach with how you cover these. Like, instead of just draping it over like I just did, you're going to probably have to circle around or whatnot. But you know, you can figure out a way, get creative, stitch it together, do what you have to. But this is definitely the stuff. So once you drape it over, this is another really important step, is you want to get this really nice and tight all the way around the base. And the reason is because the birds are really smart, and they will figure out where the holes are, and they will come down and they'll jump up in here, and they'll come up, they'll pick all their berries, and then they'll scoot right back out the bottom. I've seen them do it. We've watched them do it while we were picking blueberries. It's pretty smart how they do it. The catbirds in particular seem to be especially intelligent. But anyway, this is a piece of baler twine. You can use any kind of string. And just wrap it around, and we'll just tie a simple knot on it. And we'll take this off and put it back on throughout the picking season. Like I said, these berries are just about to start to turn. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up all these bushes for right now. And then as we pick them, we'll leave them on until they really, really ripe them up. You don't want to pick the blueberries as soon as they turn blue anyway. You really like to let them darken and get that real nice, like almost black color to them. So we'll only take these off and put them back on maybe about 5-6 times throughout the blueberry season. And it depends on the variety too. This is a mix of different blueberry bushes that we have in here. I can't tell you the variety because we got all these plants at an auction in New Jersey and none of them had tags, but I can tell you that some varieties are better than others. And this year is just going to be an incredible year. Last year we had a frost late and we didn't get too much of a blueberry harvest, so we're really looking forward to having a lot of blueberries this year. And this is how we're going to make it happen. So again, it's called Tulle Fabric, Tulle. Look it up online, get a big roll of it, and have some blueberries for yourself, and maybe throw the birds a couple if you want to, but you know, this is a good way to at least keep them out of there. So that's my tip. I hope you liked my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.